we have the day before. What is the day before? The day before is long anticipated 5-year zombie game, MMO thing, right? Which honestly I heard about and was like, that sounds interesting. It sounded like a good concept, but then there was all these red flags and I kind of forgot about it and I was like, yeah, maybe we don't. Right, and I'm glad we didn't, because this thing launched while I was at work and I didn't even realize it launched until after it launched. And like, this thing existed long enough where if you had blinked, you missed it. But I mean, this actually looks good. The problem is, this is a trailer from 2 years ago, and the finished product looked nothing like it. Right? This just, there we go. Yeah, apparently the finished product looked nothing like it. It had a ton of desync issues. The zombies were crap. They were bullet sponges, not really threatening. And here, it's a lot better. I mean, the sounds actually sound. In the finished product, you could apparently just hear gun sounds from nowhere. Like, your guy would fire one shot from a pistol, and then, or, you know, your partner or somebody nearby, and you'd hear like an automatic, machine gun or something going off because it was so bad. The finished product, the zombies were just bullet sponges. They just moved slow and took every bit of ammo you had. They talked about it, how it was going to be an MMO. It wasn't going to be one of those extraction type games. Turns out it was an extraction game. It was horribly unbalanced. There was only 2 extraction points. It was constantly camped for, the day or so that this game was actually out. But it looks good. Like, this, I would love to have played this. If this was the finished product, I guarantee I could probably talk Chad and others to get in, and we would play this, especially since he's anti-MMO a lot of the times. He would probably be okay with this. The problem is, that's not what the finished product was. Anyway, so this was put out. After 5 years of blood, sweat, and tears, we can finally say these words: the day before is out now. And of course, you go to the Steam page, it talks about early access, and you can't actually buy the game anymore. There's overwhelmingly negative reviews. It looks nothing like it's supposed to. Don't dead open inside. I love that reference. Don't open dead inside. Yeah. They released the day before and closed the day after. Yeah. Pretty much that's exactly what happened. So this game, people bought it, they all went in, they found out how much of a mess it was. It was full of essentially like Unity packs and stuff. Like, people are calling it an asset flip. And there are people out there defending it, saying it's not an asset flip because, these 3 things weren't actually bought in an asset pack. But, like, so it's not really an asset. Look, 90% of the game is a fucking asset bought off of the Unity store or whatever it was, right? Like, the entire city, apparently, itself that you were in for this game was just a $300 asset pack. No customization whatsoever was done to it. I firmly believe that they were like, oh shit, it's been 5 years, we need to throw something together, and took a month and did it, and then boom, Bob Monkey's your uncle or whatever, and here we are, right? But yeah, this game essentially was out for about a day or so. Like I said, if you blinked, if you even took a nap, you missed this game releasing and then shutting down. It was in and out so quick. It really was the greatest gaming scam in history at this point because of so much hype it had for 5 years. Came out, took your money, and ran. Like, they ran to the point that they were shutting down and scrubbing evidence that they existed, shut down the Discord and everything else off the internet. They were running, and I was thinking there's no way that they had investors or whatnot, but there is apparently a group here, Motona or whatever, who claimed that they were an investor and they're handling the refunds now and stuff because, you know, the studio is just, yeah, they even rebranded their name back to their old name, which was 8 something, right? I wonder if the Steam page reflects that. It still says fantastic. That was the publisher. So I guess the publisher invested in it. Outside of that, I don't think they had any other real investors whatsoever. But yeah. So you got the day before here. And where is it? Oh yeah, okay. There was one I was wanting to bring up. And now I can't find it. I thought I had it up already. I must have. Let's see. Or it got deleted. Just showcase phone. Yeah, they deleted it. I'd have to go find an archive. But essentially, they posted a thing right before release saying to all the people who said this was a scam or something like that, you know, don't speak up because here it is, it's coming out tomorrow, kind of deal. And it's like, guys, really? That's what you want to go with? But yeah, shortly after its release, you get this. Today we announced the closure of Fantastic Studio. They completely scuttled their entire studio right after releasing this and shut it all down. Unfortunately, the day before has failed financially, and we lack the funds to continue. All income received is being used to pay off debts to our partners, and I want to call bullshit. In my opinion, that is a complete lie, because quite frankly, if you're people who invest in the games and stuff, they don't just suddenly stop investing the day of release. They invest, even if it has a rocky start, they will continue to invest it, trying to get it where it needs to be so it can be successful for the most part. And the fact that they're just like, yep, our investors left, you know, the second we released it's bullshit. They didn't have investors. I don't think they did. Outside of their publisher. Even if the publisher, I don't even know if the publisher properly invested in it, but they claimed they did. So we invested all our efforts, resources, and man hours in developing the day before, which was our first huge game. We really wanted to release new patches to reveal the full potential of the game, but unfortunately we don't have the funding to continue working, which is weird because, you know, the game released and then it did release a patch shortly afterwards to fix a lot of the netcode, which was the desyncing issues. And apparently that did fix for a second, and then they just cut and run after that. They're just gone. It's baffling. It is important to note that we don't take any money from the public during the development of the day before, and there was no pre-orders, crowdfunding campaigns. We worked tirelessly for 5 years. You did not. I'm sorry, the game that you threw out was done in like a fucking month. I swear it was. In my opinion, of course. At the moment, the future of Days Before and Prop Night is unknown. So I guess they were handling that Prop Night too, which is one of their things, right? So this is Matona, or however you say it, and this is what they got. Phone game, pretty much phone game. I'm assuming these are phone games too. These were going to be phone games. I've never heard of them before, and I didn't bother to look into them because I really didn't care. Then you have the day before. This is, of course, Prop Night. So they were handling both these, which makes me wonder if they're the ones who actually did do these too. So, you know, the publisher is kind of the same thing as, you know, them for the most part. At the moment, the future of blah blah blah. We apologize if we didn't meet your expectations. Holy fucking shit. Really? You didn't even come close to the expectations that people had. We did everything within our power, but unfortunately, we miscalculated our capabilities. Creating games is an incredibly challenging endeavor. Yes, it is. I will agree with that. We're grateful to everyone who supported us during these difficult years. It's been a fantastic journey over the past 8 years. Somewhere along the way, they apparently were also getting volunteers to help with this and stuff, but I hadn't actually seen any volunteer pop up and say, "Yeah, I was actually working on this." So okay. But yeah, they opened studio, the Wild 8 dozen, or Dead Dozen, Radiant One, Prop Night, and then the day before, that's what they've done. But yeah. So to all the players, as the investor, or as the investor of the, that actually might answer my question right there. As the investor, implying there was only one investor, and it was their publisher. We would like to provide some updates on the current situation around the game. We are sorry for the fact that we didn't meet the expectations of the majority of the players today. We will be working with Steam to open up refunds to any player who chooses to make a refund. And I did try to warn people on Twitter when I saw this starting to go down and what was going on. Formerly known, or I'm sorry, X, formerly known as Twitter. And I did the same thing on Facebook, apparently. And people were like, "Oh, you can't get the refund." It's like, look. What's the worst that can happen? Go ahead. If you bought this game, go ahead and apply for a refund. The worst thing that can happen out of the 2 minutes of your day that you take to hit that refund button is you don't get the refund. The best case scenario is you get the refund. And if this group here is handling the refunds, there's a 99.9% chance you're going to get the refund. So you might as well just go ahead and do it. But yeah. That's what we've got. The day before came and went. The day after, and crashed and burned. And the worst part is, it looked like it was going to be such a good game too. Like, if they had actually launched this game here, this would have been a good, fun zombie game, and it's something that people want. There's a large group of people who really want this kind of style, and yeah, there's... Oh, shit, sorry. Hit the mic. But yeah, that's all I got. Let me know what you think down below. Did you buy this game while I was at work and had no idea it had released? Or did you actually sleep through it too? Let me know what you think, what you did down below, and yeah, I will talk to you later. But yeah.